What's up, y'all? Bucket List Sports is back. We got the CFP bracket announced. All the 12 teams that are in it. NFL playoff picture heating up.
Yes, sir.
College hoops heating up.
It's heating
getting
up.
wild.
It's getting hot right now.
NBA's got some trade rumors going on, but we'll go ahead and start with college football. And
Yeah, let's dive into college football. Big news just broke.
news.
Big
Go ahead,
news, what we
Joel.
say? Bill Belichick to the Tar Heels? So who's the first transfer that's going?
It's crazy.
I saw somebody from the Duke quarterback is going up.
No, the guy from Tulane is going to Duke.
Oh, he's going to Duke.
Yeah. So Darian Mensah is going from Tulane to Duke. The Duke quarterback's still in the transfer portal. One of those guys could go to IU.
I think I have a theory. Jalen Milroe stays in college, transfers to North Carolina. Guess what? Bill Belichick goes.
So
crazy.
Jalen Hurts.
Tar Heels turned up. Tar Heels gonna be what y'all had this year. IU being a football school.
Okay.
Tar Heels next year, baby. Roll to the CFP. I'm a Tar Heels fan now. Psych.
It'll be interesting to see how he runs the program, though, because he's never coached at the college level.
I think it'll
be
be
transfer
tough.
portal. Like, it'll be interesting.
I think it'll be tough, honestly, just because his background. He's not the most joyful person to be around. Like I just think
dude. He's
he's
kind of having fun now.
He's
gotten
gotten out a little
been on
bit.
the McAfee show. Like,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna like. Can you imagine if he recreates the Roy Williams video, like walking into the locker room
That'd
and
be
he's
sick. That'd be
Bill
sick.
dancing.
No, I
It'd
think
be hilarious.
it might have helped him being away from football just to kind of liven him up a little bit. But I just still think kids. I don't know if kids is his forte. Like, I just
His
think
girlfriend's a child.
His
Ooh.
girlfriend's got friends
Whoa.
there. That's why he wins.
No Diddy, Big Diddy. Nah,
man.
but that's
Dude,
crazy.
He's figured out. He's like, maybe I do like hanging out with the 20,
Maybe,
21 to 20.
Maybe he's having a midlife crisis right now.
He's figured it out.
Midlife
Yeah.
crisis,
no.
maybe he's trying to
No,
get back to his
The
roots.
transfer portal, like in itself, I think is so interesting right now because especially for the teams that make the playoff,
Mhm.
like as a coach, how do you divvy up your time preparing for a damn playoff game and then still having to get these transfers?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Gotta have some good guys around you.
You gotta have
Mhm.
good staff around you, but they're also focused on their position groups and stuff too. I just think it's really tough.
No, it's super tough.
Like basketball, it opens up like after the second round of the March Madness tournament, so it's still tough for those like Sweet 16 teams. I don't know. It's
But
weird.
I like also like you almost do kind of have a leg up on people as well because you can just be like, hey, look, I want to talk to you, but like we're actually playing for shit over
Right.
here, like at this school. Like if you
Yeah.
want to, like
You'll be a part of this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like you almost like it does like it's one of those where like it sucks coaching wise because you got to balance it out, but like that's kind of the shit that goes hand in hand with being a top team in the nation. Like you got to be able to balance that shit, and also it gives you a leg up in recruiting.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
thing they have to invest in another like
Mhm.
side of their staff where they scouting and recruiting needs to be like priority right now. Like somebody needs to be just focused on the transfer portal and just focus on getting the right guys they need, and then they can have their traditional way of recruiting with getting freshmen and stuff like that. But
I wonder how like accurate do you think like these guys are going into like this time period though, where like they've watched all year and like the big board where like they're just like looking like guys that could transfer. Like how locked in do you think that shit really is?
Like for coaches. looking to-
Yeah, where like he's like, oh, this kid from Duke isn't playing a whole lot. Like he's gonna transfer. Like, do you think they have like the list of guys that they're just like, we'd like him if he does get a
Right.
transfer, or do they have the guys that's like locked in? Where like
definitely.
these will be the guys that are transferring.
so,
This
yeah.
is who we need to focus on.
I
Like,
think it's more so you got your positions that you know you need to fill, and then once those guys declare that they're entering the transfer portal, then you pick like your few that you're like, oh, these are the people we want to go
Yeah.
after. But like to that point too, like the Tulane quarterback Darian Mensah committing to Duke, one of the top transfer quarterbacks in the portal. Like he committed right after a visit where he watched a basketball game in Cameron Indoors. So like you gotta like fit
Ooh,
into,
that's
which
tough.
is usually the opposite, you know,
Mhm.
recruiting a basketball players going to a football game. Now we're kind
Yeah.
of seeing that.
yeah, so they've seen a different side. But I also think because a lot of these players now they're signing, let's say, with agencies, but they kind of are. So I'm sure there are people with them that still that talk to other people around that kind of put that burden. They'll put that with that message in their ear, like, okay, he might transfer
Yeah.
at the end of the season. So just kind of have the eye open for him or something along those lines to where it's a heads up coming forward. So it's
Yeah.
not just a
I also feel like it's so difficult too. Like you got to like balance out because like going back to what I was saying, like you have those guys that you're projecting to be in the transfer portal, but then you're also trying to get these guys out of high school and stuff too. So you're also like, damn, I want to go after this 5-star really hard at receiver. But then if we also have this guy that we like, that's a receiver going into the portal, is that going to cut play time to where then it's going to affect that? Like, you got to balance it out too with like where you think, because your guys are committing earlier out of high school, obviously. And then so you have these transfer guys coming. So like, it's also finding that balance of like, how hard do we go in what situation?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
which
it's
one are we
definitely
leaning on
super
more?
tough for high school kids right now.
I think it helps out with the problem of like the teams that just make a bowl game, they're not in the playoff, and a lot of their starters don't play. And those teams are like, oh, we need to fill this position. What if that backup that plays in that bowl game pops off and they're like, we don't even need to get a transfer after we saw that.
Yeah.
So like, I think that kind of helps in that aspect a little bit.
Yeah. I think high school kids are really just kind of fucked right now.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like if you're not a 4 or 5 star right now, especially in football, it's chopped. Like you're gonna have to start D2, mid-major D1, and kind of it's more like I guess kind of how like overseas kind of works for basketball. Just get your name out there, go somewhere, get somewhere low, where you can go and perform, and then move your way up after they can kind of get.
Yeah, because it's like I think it's like somewhere like 90 or over 90% of freshmen redshirt going to football. I mean, because it makes sense, especially the transfer portal now. You don't see guys playing until their 3rd or 4th year.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, shit, you got like 5 years to play now, I feel like. So
That's your Cam Ryan.
That's true. I mean, yeah, if you can pull off a way to get a red shirt, white shirt, black shirt, green shirt, and then, play, you can do it. Shit.
It's interesting. I know IU particularly, we're probably going to be looking at a quarterback after we just had a transfer come in and be successful.
Got Taven, though.
We have Taven, so like it goes back to that point. Like, I don't know, do we put the ball in his court? We also like there's another guy, Fernando Mendoza, who's California's quarterback.
Oh, yep.
He's one of the top ranked transfers in the portal, and his little brother is the backup at IU right now. So like that's a tie. He could come to IU. He's also from Miami, so there's rumors that he would go to Miami too, replace Cam Ward. Yeah.
Do you know how shitty his brother would be though? Like if you're his brother, you're probably like looking at him like,
fuck off.
Get the fuck out of here. Like
I'm here.
This would be cool, but like at the same time, like no. Like, quit.
No, definitely. Yeah, I will. It'll be interesting to see. But there's some good games in this college playoffs. Like the IU Notre Dame game.
That's the thing. Like it is kind of crazy. Like the brackets just got released for that, but like the transfer portal is such a big thing now too. That like that.
Yeah. 750 players have already declared for the transfer portal. 220 of them are wide receivers, so it's a good time to look at wide receivers.
That's wild.
A huge percentage.
That was
like
that was today. What happened today? So it could be more tomorrow.
Oh yeah, dude. There's
only day 3.
It's thing too.
Free agency.
Yeah, facts.
Like that's the thing too. Like going back to Belichick, like how many of those, like kind of how Dion did, like. How many of those kids is Bill just going to walk in and like look at the UNC team and he's like, you should probably get in the portal,
right?
Like you're not playing here. Like,
it could work out in one or two ways for me for Bill Belichick. Either it could be really good or awful. Like it's really no in between. I feel like he's not an in between type of person. I just think he's going to have to be really great or it's just going to suck for 1 year and he's going to.
I think the hardest thing for him is going to be like finding that balance of like, obviously, kids are going to go play for him because like you have the, like you're going to get me to the NFL, feel like everything like that.
Yeah.
But like it is going to be as well hard for him because it's not like, oh, I have this guy on a 4-year contract. Like I can sit him on the bench and make him learn.
Right.
Because now kid can be like, fuck this. I'm going somewhere else where I'm going to play. Like this is
unless you can find an Arch Manning that'll actually sit in the program and
I don't like. If there was in some world that Ewers goes back to Texas next year, I don't think Arch stays though.
No,
like there comes a time and point where like he's probably like, if I'm not starting next year though,
he would go to North Carolina.
Probably,
I could see that. UNC usually has good quarterbacks too. Good
Drake
program.
May.
Risky Drake May.
May. See, I think a good quarterback is going to come through North Carolina though. I think,
they'll get recruits. There's no doubt about it.
I think they'll be. They're in the ACC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll finish top 5 next year.
No, they'll get
if all is well, which I think should be. If Bill Belichick can kind of manage I think everything else will be fine for Bill. It'll be more of like the kids' emotions. I think
I wouldn't say I have the highest expectations for him next year. Because it's going to take some time to kind of like the portal makes it easier, but it's going to take some.
Is fucking 97. Like he only has so much longer for real.
Signed a 3-year deal.
he gonna get up out
Yeah.
that 3-year joint. Yes, he not gonna be there for 3
What do you
years.
think influenced the timing of this decision?
Head
Because
coach
yeah,
there.
people say it's random.
His dad was like a assistant coach there at one point
Oh, okay.
when he was growing up.
Mhm.
Mm,
So like that's like the connection
Right.
of it.
But even like the timing, just not even North Carolina, just the timing to come back to coach.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
I
kind
feel like
of
it was
a year
random.
He's had a couple. How long has he been out?
just a
Just
year.
1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, he finally got a chance to sit back and see maybe like some of the mistakes other coaches are making and stuff like that.
And to only be
That's just-
that like off, he only had a few wins to break
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
record for most wins in NFL coaching
Yeah.
history. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
There
I-
had to be like no NFL team that wanted to have him.
That's cap. Because the
I don't
Dallas
know.
Cowboys would love him right now.
I don't
Well,
know. I don't think so because he comes with a lot of
McCarthy's gotta be
stipulations.
out,
Like he
too.
wants
Yeah.
to be like a GM and have all these different
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
responsibilities. and Jerry's
Jerry, I
not
was like,
doing
Jerry's
it.
not
Give me a
going.
GM role.
Yeah.
Those would be two old farts just having arguments. Like, damn. I
Yeah,
can
I don't
see
know.
that meeting would be a bitch.
I kind of like to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
That'll be a
would
crazy
be
combo.
funny.
He didn't say
Yeah.
some fuck shit.
But it is. But also it could be one of those things where like maybe Bill just straight up doesn't know what to do other than football. Like he like
He's
realized that
back.
with his year off, he's like, I
Yeah.
got way too much time. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
Bored,
he's like he
something.
he just
bored as
doesn't know what
shit.
to do like with himself.
Mhm.
Probably he's probably like sitting there watching film, and then he's like, why am I watching?
Yeah, like he goes on those Manning casts, but I can just picture him watching games, just nitpicking every little thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
just disagreeing.
No
with
one-
Oregon
Yeah,
did not get
Oregon-
recalled.
Yeah, no,
for
yeah,
getting
Dude,
number
Penn
one seed.
State
Penn
got the
State got-
best.
oh, yeah.
Like Penn State got
Yeah.
no disrespect to either one of SMU or
No,
Boyd,
not at
but
all.
like that's who I'd want to play.
Absolutely.
No
Obviously.
Bama though.
SMU got beat. What was the score to that game? Did
By
that game
Clemson.
be
Back.
pretty
They were
good?
down big and came
Well,
back.
SMU was down like 17. They battled back, went up, and then Clemson had that big kick return, and just one shot over the middle, timeout, and
Somebody
kid came in and kicked it.
Yeah.
that was sketchy.
What is it? IU, Notre Dame,
Tennessee, Ohio State,
Ohio State, Tennessee,
Penn State, and then you got
Clemson and Texas.
Texas. Yep.
and then the four teams waiting? Georgia, Boise State,
Arizona State,
Arizona
Georgia.
State, and Georgia.
Oregon.
Oh, and Oregon.
Or yeah,
Oregon.
you said Georgia.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ohio State has a tough ass road, but
Yeah, we both got screwed.
yeah.
down the road.
But I think, see, my thoughts on that IU Notre Dame, I feel like from the time we watched them play, I just wasn't like crazy impressed with Notre Dame.
Same. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
their
But
defense,
that was also an ugly game. Too.
it
Like,
was a trash
rainy,
game.
It was a
yeah.
rainy day.
I mean,
like,
shit. I think it's supposed to snow. It's a potential snow for
dude,
that game.
I hope it would be.
That
No,
was
that'd
sick,
be
yeah.
sick because
That'd be
the
sick.
day after is technically the first day of winter.
yeah.
So that'll be
Did
sick.
y'all see the prices to just get in?
Yeah.
Bando.
Everything
1500 right
else,
now.
like every other game, is like
$5
$200 to like
Yeah.
it's like 200 like 450 500 bucks.
Yeah.
When's the last time they played this matchup?
I'm like,
It was a while ago. I think I
probably
saw it was-
ever.
I want
really.
to say it was like
Yeah.
10, 15
In
years ago.
comparison
since
to
I
what-
played.
The playoff aside, this matchup just pays.
Oh,
for
what?
cost.
I'm just
This is
finally
the
excited
craziest game.
that we're going to see the Notre Dame football fans and the
Mhm.
IU
IU.
basketball fans
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
split because you can't be a fan of both. And
Yep.
there's so many of those.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
finally excited to see who the true Hoosier is.
Yeah.
I'll give Mark props. He's
He
stuck
stuck with-
to them.
Yeah,
he
he's
stuck to
good.
the Irish. You
It's
know,
gonna be a
he's
crazy. The game is going to be crazy in itself. It's at Notre Dame or at IU?
At Notre Dame, South Bend.
That's gonna be. I might. Oh, that tailgate might be crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun.
I think I might pipe in for the tailgate.
Yeah, that ticket.
I'm not buying-
Kiss it.
That's
Uh,
gonna be crazy.
maybe next year.
So who y'all got to win it all now that the bracket's set? Ohio State.
I got this weird feeling Texas is gonna win, but you know I got a sleeper, and,
I have
and
a
that's
sleeper,
Tennessee.
too.
But
Yeah.
they don't. I think they're gonna beat Ohio State for sure.
My sleeper is Boise.
I don't, dude. You get an SEC defense that's just prepared just to
They just
stop
They
Genty
play
all
the game though.
Like that's all they. No, I agree. But like it's, I don't know. You get Georgia's defense that's just
I just think once we get to
loading
that
the line
second
against
round,
Genty.
second round is I think is a little more of a toss up because they're coming off of a game. Who knows who gets? Hopefully nobody, but who knows who gets hurt that game? Who knows who's banged up a lot? As Genty coming at you, he running through somebody's face. Bow.
No, I agree.
300 yards, 45 touchdowns, something crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
I definitely think that Boise can be either Penn State or SMU. But if they end up going against
Absolutely.
Georgia, and that next round, that's a
Mhm.
tough game for.
Oh,
I think
I'm-
realistically any of the teams that come out of the play against, because IU has a really good run defense. Notre Dame has a good has good defense altogether. And then
Yeah.
obviously Georgia's
Just
defense. They got
Carson next.
19
Arizona.
people in the league.
The thing about Boise State is their defense has to show up
Yeah.
every single
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
in order for
Absolutely.
Genty to keep up with a team like
Right.
that.
Which I
Right.
mean, like they did. Like I'll say, like I'm saying that, and they did play Oregon. Like Oregon didn't blow them out when they played earlier this year.
Yeah.
I think it was a 3-point game.
Yeah,
3-point
Like, it was
game.
a
He
good
went
game.
off on them. Didn't he?
Mhm.
That was
Yeah,
our second show.
yeah, he had like
Yeah.
3 touchdowns or something. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I chose
Or
Boise
2
on our
touchdowns.
That was
show.
crazy.
Yeah, you were chasing them there for a while, and
Yeah.
then here they come, number one.
Yeah.
That's why I still kind of believe in that. I think they're beatable for sure.
Who?
Just off of those
Oregon?
vibes we had in
Yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
I
About
think
them.
so too.
I think
They barely
every
beat
year
we were
Ohio
really
State.
kind of shitting on them.
In all reality, I think everybody. I mean, obviously it's a 50-50 chance, but I think everybody is pretty beatable. Like, there's nobody
Yeah.
clear cut that's like they're going to sweep everybody.
Yeah,
Um,
we haven't seen a
that's
dominant
true.
team like we have seen
Yeah.
kind of years past.
even with Ohio State. Even Ryan Day throws it off for him. So
Or it's who you got.
I mean, Will Howard too, but
Mm.
Ryan Day's.
I still whatever the college graphic that the CFP released of the top quarterbacks and the fact that Will Howard was 6. I was like, there's.
I was
no
reading
way.
that though, but like,
I mean, shit.
who under him are you going to put above him? He's got the weapons around him. He's been
Yeah.
putting
Well,
up decent
Curtis Rourke.
numbers.
Chris Rourke
Curtis
was
Rourke
5.
was above him.
Oh, he was 5.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Nah, I think I'll flip them
You think Rourke is worse than Will Howard?
by a smidge.
I'd take Riley Leonard and
Put Rourke on that OSU roster?
I do like Riley Leonard more than.
I'd take Riley Leonard and probably honestly Nico.
I'd take
over
Riley
Will,
Leonard.
over Will Howard.
Nico's below him?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd
I
probably-
didn't see
Yeah,
that.
I would probably take both of those.
Nico
guys.
Aluminum.
Nico's nice.
Dude, and honestly, Jennings.
Yeah,
Brashard
he
is
was
nice.
he was one I
He's-
saw.
I would
he's
love
another- There's a
Brashard.
lot of
Um,
guys underneath
what's his
him that
name?
I would.
I didn't even see Nico.
What's the quarterback's name for
Kevin Jennings.
Kevin Jennings.
Kevin Jennings? Okay.
Yeah.
What's
He's
the running
good.
back? Brashard Smith? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would love him at Ohio State. Love it. Dual threat.
Yeah, they're
So
both,
Eli,
they're
who's
both
your
pretty
pick to win
good.
it all?
I don't know.
Fake ass.
I wanna-
fake
I wanna-
ass IU.
I want to say IU.
Fake ass
I'm
I
IU.
do.
What I
Yeah.
say our first college football show for this, IU's gonna win the Natty. I'm sticking with it. That's my pick.
That's fair.
Sticking
I'm a
with
ride
it.
IU. I
Yeah.
mean, like I have to.
I'm not
Let's go.
confident
I
in
have to.
Texas, but I got this weird feeling.
I can
Texas
see
is
that.
gonna
I can
win.
see that.
Yeah, I can see.
I don't
that
want
too.
to say Georgia because
They suck.
they're missing a quarterback.
Also,
Either
I won't
way.
lie. Sorry to go back to this real quick, but I forgot. Cade Klubnik is number 2, and I think that's wild.
No, that's
Oh,
disgusting.
Yeah, that's
I didn't-
That's disgusting.
I need
Nah,
to
he's-
read that over.
Sorry, but
He needs to be
continue now.
like.
you're
But you
good. I'm
say
done.
that.
You're
just
good.
I've forgotten that.
I don't remember what I said.
Something about,
Commercial break.
something about Texas winning it all. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not confident in that.
I'd
It's
feel
just,
better if they put
like
Arch in.
Jaden was saying, nobody's really
Pick
out.
IU because I don't know.
Mhm.
Honestly,
I don't
feel
either. That's
strong
kinda
about
where
one
I'm-
team.
Yeah.
Like I do think honestly Georgia, if Beck was playing, would probably be who I would look at. But
Stocks might be better.
you're not wrong.
It might be better.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Neck.
I mean, it could definitely be a Jalen Hurts too, a situation like that
Yeah.
type of like
That is true.
comes in for the run, or even like the Cardell Jones coming in for the title run at one point. Like that does happen.
I would think there's be any blowouts in these first. Let me
Yeah.
check. I think I already put a little lane.
I got Ohio State getting bounced.
I don't think that
What?
would be
First
a blowout,
round.
though. I see. Honestly, I think
First
if anyone
round.
gets blown out, I think it's Clemson against Texas.
Ohio
Yeah.
State
Yeah, I was
does
gonna
lose.
say
That,
that one.
would be the
I hope
one.
Tennessee
That,
plants the flag in the middle of the field because they're trying to freaking make that
yeah,
a
dude,
felony.
that shit's
Fuck
so
off.
stupid.
Yes, bro. One of the
What?
congressmen in Ohio already is trying to pass
Yeah.
a bill just for Ohio Stadium,
flagpole.
no other stadium or location. If you plant a flag in the middle of the field, because it can harm the police officers and players and stuff, so it's going to be a felony. Obviously, it's got to be passed and everything, but
Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Oh, that's what we call little nut.
Nah, that's some little nut shit right
it
there.
is.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
That's weak as fuck.
yeah, nah, especially just for them. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
But I
that's
feel it.
soft.
Hey, if he like it, I love it. I'm with him. Fuck it. So right now I got let's see, I got Notre Dame -7.5, SMU to cover, Texas to -10.5, Tennessee +7.5. But
See?
Oh, so you think it's gonna be close?
I think it'll be a
See?
close game. I think it'll be close, but I just think it'll be within obviously a touchdown. But I think it'll be about 3. I give it 3. I got the over 47.5, so that's the lay. The spread of Notre Dame and the under 50.5. SMU cover under, Texas spread -10.5 over 51, and then Tennessee +7.5 over 47.
So Notre Dame is 7.5-point favorites.
Yes.
That's
That's crazy.
that's that home
That's
game
insane.
effect, dude. That's
Yeah.
the home game effect. With
Yeah.
That was
with
my
the
only
playoffs.
with that one.
That's
was that one.
insane.
But I still
Nuts.
think just because I think their defense will be able to hold them a little longer than IU's will, only because I think they play better competition.
I mean, they did play a little bit. They had a tougher schedule, I would say.
Yeah,
but
I would say tougher schedule.
I don't know. Going back to the blowout thing, I think all first round games are gonna be pretty close. But I do think we'll see a blowout in the second game. Like,
Yes,
no disrespect to Boise State or Arizona State, but I can see them getting.
I can see
blown out
ASU
by-
getting toe up.
What would they play?
Yeah.
Texas or
Mhm.
Penn State?
Yeah.
I can see them.
I think Texas is going to beat the brakes off of Clemson.
Penn State's better than I thought, dude. I was at the Big Ten.
Yeah,
Penn
I-
State,
they are
Penn
tough.
State
I was
is,
like,
they
Penn
are
State is
better.
better than you.
That
than you.
tight end is nuts.
Yeah.
The new
They're up
Dallas
there.
Clark.
Yeah, right.
They're with Oregon as the
DC.
top 5 defense in the country in certain categories.
Who?
Penn State.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
they have
looking
a
at
good
it last
defense.
week,
Their
trying to
defense
cook
is good.
up some bets.
They're
Yeah,
better
I'd
than
be
I
on
thought, dude. I
NCAA.
thought Oregon was going.
That's why I'm saying with like Jinty, like he's
Yeah.
gonna have a tough matchup
Mhm.
anywhere he goes. Like it's not.
Yeah. I would say this year with college football, run defense has been better than most. I think everybody's been able to cover the run better than.
Are you just saying that because of the Michigan Ohio State game this year?
That's kind of where I'm going with it. But also, I just feel like a lot of teams have been planning for the runs. A lot of good running backs. So
No, I feel that. I'm trying to think.
shit. Texas got a good running back. Boise State, Ohio State has 2.
Fucking Arizona
Arizona
State.
State.
Is that Scatterboo?
At a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scatterboo. He's
He's
nice.
He's a dog.
You've been in college football for about 10 years too.
Yeah, he was there when Wes Welker was playing. I think. Holy shit.
He actually got recruited by Herm Edwards.
Damn, that's crazy.
So,
No, but
Is it
now
gonna
we're
be wait, go ahead.
No,
Is
you
it
go
going to be like a playoff MVP or something?
That'd be cool.
I'm sure they'll have it.
Most
I bet they'll have
something.
an MVP of like the Natty, like they usually do. But I don't
Oh,
know
they
if they'll have
do?
one from,
I feel like they
the
should
whole
have one the
tournament.
whole tournament. Well, I guess.
It'll probably end up going to the winner.
Well, obviously, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
it's
Okay.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, kind of transitioning a little bit off of college football, but not too much because we're starting to see a lot of mock drafts come out.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think gets selected number one? Obviously, I think it probably depends which teams have their number one pick. Because like the
Mhm.
Giants, Raiders, they need a quarterback.
Dude,
The Patriots don't
everyone's-
need a quarterback. Jaguars probably won't get a quarterback.
No, they should.
They should, but they won't.
Yeah.
Everyone's got Shadur.
Shadur's going to the Raiders.
I saw Field
Guaranteed.
Yates. Field Yates' his latest
I-
mock draft. He had Shadur 1, Cam Ward 2, and
Going
then
to-
Travis 3.
Wasn't Cam going to the Raiders in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
And then
hearing
Travis to the
that
Pats.
Dion is not going to let Shadur go to the Giants, and the Giants are also set on taking Cam Ward.
I heard that too.
So Shadur's going to be a Raider.
That's such Giants shit.
It's gonna be two
I heard
quarterbacks.
the Miami's offensive coordinator is also going to join Cam Ward in New York.
Yeah.
And get hired
Yeah.
for the Giants. Like someone was saying that from a trusted source.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
I
a
saw
few
that.
Yeah.
trusty sources saying that New England's going to trade up to get Shadur, and they'll get Travis Hunter.
3
They're
quarterbacks.
just going to get rid of Drake May like that?
Yeah,
Joe
Fuck
Milton.
Joe
They just
Joe
drafted
Milton.
you.
Nice.
And
I
he
mean,
said, "Fuck it, let's get 3."
shit.
That's
Does
crazy.
Shadur have to come in and play right away?
I think
mean-
he would want to.
Bro,
Yeah,
He's going-
that
Dion's
definitely-
gonna
yeah.
make sure.
He's
Yeah.
going to Vegas. It's
Yeah.
Shadur.
I
It's-
can see that happening.
he's
Dion's not going to sit there and have somebody tell him that his son needs to sit a year to
Yeah,
learn to
that's
play. He's-
Yeah. No, the Raiders situation probably is more likely, but I think New England's going to come out crazy after all of it. I think they'll end up getting T. Higgins. I think they'll end up getting Travis Hunter, Drake May, and then somebody else I was thinking.
Travis Hunter in New England, bro.
Playing both
Oof.
sides of the ball because they
Fuck
need a
that.
DB. They need another DB.
I want to see New England.
I don't want to fucking.
Stop.
I like Travis, and I don't want to.
So you think-
for anything on the Patriots?
Nah, that's a nasty team to play for, honestly. It's like you got to be in the league for about 5 years before you play for them. It's like an old ass.
You think that culture's still like
Nah.
the same?
No, Gerard Mayo's already on the hot seat.
Yeah. There's no way that it's
Cover
still
Craft's like,
it's
I
not-
will
same
fucking
vibe.
get
Yeah,
rid
it's
of
not
your
the
ass.
Belichick way.
Mhm.
But that's too quick, man.
I feel like he shoulda went back.
Rookie quarterback too. Like
But it's going to be Cam Ward and Shadur. Is Travis Hunter for sure going to be 3?
I think it
I think it's
depends
gotta
which
be.
teams have what.
If he wins Heisman,
Yeah.
because
yes.
if the Patriots have
Kinda
number
like
one, and they're not going to take quarterback, then Travis Hunter's getting taken number one.
That's true.
Yeah, but if I'm the yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, do you trade back, but then like,
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say the same thing.
what if you trade back and then someone takes Travis, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's getting Ashton Genty?
everyone's mocking the Cowboys.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying.
I mean, they
Everybody's
need
saying
Jerry
something.
West.
Rico Dowdle's cool, but they
It's
need
cool.
something. It's
but
exactly what he is. He's cool.
He's cool.
It
He's
is-
a chill guy.
He's
Here,
a chill little back.
chilling in
back.
pocket.
I know
chill.
Chase Brown's playing well, but what if the Bengals drop some more games? They'll be similar draft position as Cowboys. They could get Ashton Genty.
Bro, if the Bengals draft
They're
anything
probably going
other than a
defense. Yeah,
defensive
that's
player,
true,
bro,
that's true,
fire
that's
that
true.
GM right
Yeah,
now.
they do need to go all defense, all
They need to
7
go-
rounds.
They need to go
Like,
trade.
Maybe
For
get a
2 years.
receiver late
I
to
would-
try and replace T. Hopefully,
They
but,
might do that. They could trade out. That's what I would do. Honestly, I'd trade T. Higgins and kind of sneak up for that Patriots spot. Trade T. Higgins and get
Ooh,
Travis Hunter. So
that
I
would be.
all right,
close.
Travis, you got a 2-in-1 combo right there.
I'm not
Yeah.
fucking trading T. Higgins for Travis Hunter.
Why?
If I'm taking Travis Hunter before I trade a pick
they would have
for
to throw
T.
in more
Higgins.
pieces. But
Well,
could see
yeah, I
it
would say a
happen.
draft pick, but not another. Maybe a Chase Brown, maybe a maybe somebody like that, some of that caliber. But T. Higgins, I mean, I wouldn't say he has to go, but I think it'll help him. Because I want to see T. Higgins. He's nice, but I just think him and Jamar Chase, it's just he can't get enough touches right now. I think he needs to be number one.
Because you got to feed that.
You
man
gotta
Jamar
feed
You
Chase.
Jamar.
saw that last game. All you
my
need is
goodness.
Jamar.
Yeah, nah, fuck him after that game.
He's number one receiver.
23 yards, 2 catches.
Yeah.
He's
He's nasty.
insane.
Yeah.
He's nasty.
He's
But it's him and Jet.
who's better?
Yeah.
Who's better?
Yeah, I want to. I
I'm
want to
going-
hear that debate.
I'm going
Jamar or
I'm
Jennings?
going,
Going
I'm going
Jamar.
Jamar at this point. It's
But
I
if you
don't
would
know,
have
but
asked me
the-
this last year, I probably would have
Nah,
said.
I just
JJ.
think it's.
Well,
I
that's
just
the
think it's the
thing.
year he's
People act
having.
like it's
Yeah.
unanimous.
well,
Jettas.
that's the thing. Also, though, with Jet, like
It's not, but
Jettas has done so well with like 6 different quarterbacks at this point.
It's true.
Whereas like
Yeah.
Jamar has had, which like he
Joe
obviously
Burrow
when
for
Burrow's
12
when
years.
Burrow's been down, like Jamar still produced,
Mhm.
but like
Yeah.
Jamar's definitely had the lot better quarterback.
he's had the same
Throughout
quarterback.
Yeah,
That's
they had
a
chemistry. With
that's
them
a
too.
that's a thing in
Like
itself.
imagine if
Mhm.
Jettas had Burrow.
Yeah.
Chalk it up, buddy.
But
Don't
with
knock
all
Darnold,
that,
though. Don't
with-
knock
no,
Darnold. He's-
but
he's-
with all that
No,
being said,
Sammy's cool.
shit, don't knock
I'm so
Darnold.
tired
They're
of
still
him, bro.
the
You don't
Vikings
like
won't
Sammy
even sign
Sam?
Darnold.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
The
Man,
Vikings
that's
aren't
what I'm
even.
tired of.
Yeah, that's crazy. To be 11-2 and being like not committing to that guy, like
Yeah.
Who? Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
yeah, Sam Darnold, because
How old is he?
he's not even that old. He's probably like
I want to say he's either high 20s or maybe 30.
I was gonna say like 28,
Yeah, I was thinking 28,
something
30,
like that.
31 at the max.
27.
So
I
I turned
might.
27 in 2 weeks, bro.
Hey, shout out. Happy early birthday,
Happy
Lando.
early B-Day.
Yeah, we'll bring that back up. Next week.
We'll have to do something for that. Oh, let's see what's
Twin
going
Peaks, so they can sing to me.
on. Hey, let's go. We're gonna do a
I
show
don't
from
know.
Twin Peaks next
Oh,
week.
it's actually the first round of the playoffs. My
Yeah,
birthday.
perfect. We can
It's,
shoot a show
Saturday.
at Twin Peaks.
It's
the 21st.
the actual exact day, Saturday.
Just don't know if
Bro,
YouTube
that's
was.
a
go.
great day.
It
It's
is a
literally
Saturday,
the
football
21st.
game.
it literally because after it's the 3 playoff games and
Yeah,
they
NFL.
start out like and then you got the Chiefs and the Texans and then
Mhm.
who is it?
There's a
Steelers
night
and
game.
Ravens.
What day is
I
that?
think
Saturday the
21st.
21st.
Why are they playing on Saturday?
because it's at the end of the season
Yeah,
where they start to
I
like,
didn't
stretch
know.
out.
I did not know
Yeah,
there was
because-
NFL games.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're like
Playoffs,
spread
They'll
out.
like have some playoff games on Saturday and Sunday, and so they
Mhm.
like at towards the end of the season start
Yeah.
doing that.
And honestly, the playoff committee did a good job too because they put the Ohio State Tennessee game as the night game that night where
Oh,
there's not
yeah.
because the NFL
This could
games
be
are
such a
early
good
slates.
game.
Yeah, because I was seeing the Chiefs have to play 3 games in a span of 11 days,
Damn,
which
really?
is nuts because they have to play on Christmas. So they play like this week, then that Saturday, and then Christmas. So
Ouch.
that's
Who do they
quick
play?
turnaround.
They play the
Borderline.
Texans on the 21st. I know
Yeah,
that.
I'm not sure who they play this week and on Christmas. honestly.
Raiders, maybe. They play the Raiders?
No, they play an
Played them
easy.
twice,
They play an easy
I think.
game this week. I remember looking at it earlier.
The Browns.
Yes,
Ah, ain't that easy shit.
It's not gonna
Watch
be,
out for
but
famous James.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, J-Bo, but like at the end of the like
Miles
Dude.
Garrett.
for how much the Chiefs have like gotten away with some shit this year, like had late wins and stuff. J-Bo throw a pick 6 to win the game. So, it's written
At
in the
this
cards
rate.
for it.
At this
a
rate-
lot of years betting on Chiefs spread, like they have not won against
Oh,
us. But I've been making a lot of money off of that.
Yeah,
So
That is-
might have
I mean,
just
is
fucked
that
it,
a-
though. Might have
I would
just
say-
jinxed
it
Is
means
that-
they're due to cover one.
it.
yeah.
here soon.
Is it a good
Chase
thing
that.
that the Chiefs have had so many close games? Like, is that like a
I do believe that like you do need to experience like those close games, and Patrick Mahomes doesn't even really need to experience it because he's been through so many
Yeah.
already. But as a team, I think it does help you come postseason because you are going to have those close games and those fourth quarter drives.
yeah?
But damn, they've had a lot of shit go their way where it's like they're not.
That's
They're
what I'm
not
saying.
a
Do you think
top
eventually,
3-4
like,
team in the NFL.
Nah, it doesn't seem like
like,
it.
do you
but
want to say like the luck will run out eventually? Like, you're blocking kicks, doinking kicks,
doinking kicks?
like
That's
yeah.
what got me. Was the
pass
doink.
interferences late. Like,
Yeah,
it's
The doink
it's honestly
got me.
it's
It'll
not
catch
been.
up.
I'm about to say it's not like they've been cerebral where it's just been like 2 minutes left on the clock. Patty's gonna drive down and get a touchdown. That's it. Like it's been a lot of unconventional ways. So to say
Yeah.
to win a game so far, not necessarily kicking a field goal unconventional, but to win it on a doink of a field goal is.
yeah. To be
Mhm.
fair, that was their third kicker this year.
Oh, I agree,
So
but that's part of what you got to
The
play
kickers
with.
have sucked.
Like I mean,
That's
that's
true.
part of it.
The kickers have sucked this year.
yeah, they have.
Yeah, it's been weird.
But they were incredible the first
Yeah.
4 weeks.
They
Dude,
were.
like I saw Boswell or something, the Steelers kicker is still like the tight end one technically on the year.
Like
Points,
fantasy points.
yeah, I think points scored fantasy wise.
Tight ends haven't been putting
been a
up
terrible
points,
year
though.
for tight ends.
He was like QB 24, I think, or something like that. I was like, that's kind of wild.
That is nuts.
If I was a starting QB in the
QB 24.
league, if I was a starting QB in the league and know that a kicker outperformed me in fantasy, I'd be like, damn.
QB
No, I think in the NFL, one team that's getting really scary right now, the Rams.
Mm.
Yes.
Really scary. Like
Yeah.
obviously they beat the Bills, but like, and they're going to give up a lot of points. But when that offense is healthy,
They're
they're
nasty.
putting up at least 30 a game.
They are
Yeah.
nasty.
They're
They are
so
nasty.
nice.
Yeah.
And they have like their defense isn't great, but like
It's very steady.
with Verse and Fisk and those guys, like you got some guys that can make some plays at least to like
Mhm.
you're not gonna, but like you get a turnover here and there from them and stuff like that, and that's
Right.
almost obviously defense wins championships, but
That duo though is
that's what I'm saying. But they're like dangerous enough to make some plays to help you win, and then that
Mhm.
offense
their
can
offenses.
support you heavily.
Right. And who's better duo? Jordan Addison and Jay Jettas or Cup and
It's the Rams.
Rams for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Addison's-
Even after last weekend, 2-2?
I mean, Addison.
And
Or
he's
3
gonna
and
be
2.
good.
3 and
Addison
2.
will, but
Okay.
he ain't there yet.
AJ Brown and Devontae?
The Rams got the best duo in the league. Other than y'all go,
I
y'all
don't
gonna
know.
flame me for
Bengals are
this.
got to be up there
Garrett
too.
Wilson and Devontae.
Y'all gonna flame me,
Who?
but yeah, it's
Yeah, you're gonna
Garrett
say
Wilson,
Garrett
Devontae
Wilson.
Adams. That's the best duo. Though.
That's the best to you. That's crazy.
Then
Did
it's
Travis
Puka.
Kelsey and DeAndre Hopkins
All
count or
those
no?
that they named.
Just
I mean, yeah,
receivers.
yeah.
Bro, it's wild. Like a
Yeah.
year ago, everyone would have been saying Hill and Waddle are right up in there in the conversation.
They
too,
are
and
up
now
in there.
they're-
Pause. It doesn't have to be. A,
But then you also
It
like,
doesn't have
dude, there's
to
a
be a
lot of
pause.
good. There's a lot of good tandems in the
Oh,
NFL. For
shit.
you also got T Higgins and Jamar too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Like
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
there's
Bengals,
a good
Rams,
amount.
Eagles, Jets, Vikings, all got
Texans.
great.
The
Texans.
Texans
Diggs
did.
and Tank
Nico,
Diggs.
Stephon.
But Nico now,
Yeah,
really?
Nico
and
Nico's
Stephon.
their best receiver.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
Nico's.
yeah, he is number one now.
Yeah.
Nico and Puka are like, well, you got Jamar and Jettas and all those young Amon Ra.
We already
But
did
Nico
a
and
wide
Puka are
receiver
here.
tiers.
Yeah, we forgot about
We're gonna have
them
to edit
Lions.
that at the end of the year.
We forgot about them Lions. I'm in Ryan Jameson.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I wouldn't necessarily
But,
put
like-
them up there top of that though.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
That's like I'd almost put them in like a no, actually probably a tier below. But I was gonna say like a DK and a Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
Not Chet. Well, yes, I think
Dude,
they're better than them.
Jason has been.
He has been
He's
playing.
better
well.
than
He's
DK,
been,
bro.
He's been, yeah, I was say he's been killing.
DK's
this
been
year.
bullshitting. I need him to get
he
traded.
has.
I need
He's
him to
just-
get traded. I want Tyreek Hill to get traded somewhere else. I want him to go to the Raiders with Shadur.
DK, man, he just don't
Should-
get.
DK,
He pisses. Me
I don't know
off.
how he doesn't catch the ball. Dude
Yeah.
built like Braun.
Yeah.
Catch the damn ball.
He can't get the
Catch the
damn
damn
ball.
cold.
No, but playoff picture is definitely getting tight.
No,
Well,
he's not
actually,
hurt.
I don't know. AFC and NFC, there's kind of a gap, but I don't know. Like I said,
Not
with Rams,
really anymore. Like it's literally from 4. I think from 4 to 10. I guess the Bengals.
I was
technically,
saying
like,
from like the last team that makes it, like AFC, that's a 3-game difference right now, or 2-game difference, is it?
yeah, but every team
2.
in there is 8 and 5.
Yeah, it's true.
So like it's, I mean, any team
Just
could
need
fall
one
out
of
at
them
this
to
point. Like a
lose.
couple of weeks ago, we were saying like, oh, the Ravens are definitely the lock for like that 5th spot behind them, and then the Chargers as well. But obviously now there's been a couple of
The
Behind the
Chargers,
Chiefs,
the
but-
Chargers are looking pretty decent too.
Chargers
Yeah,
are good.
Chargers
No,
are
that's the
good.
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the Broncos still are good, but I mean, it is like obviously Colts can swing a lot of things in their favor if they win against the Broncos this week.
That's a big game.
Huge game.
That's a big
That's
game.
like a must-win.
Very
Fast
must
season's
win.
over.
Broncos have a tough schedule to
They
finish
do.
out
Very
too.
tough schedule. I mean, yeah, Colts have a very easy schedule
got
after
easy.
this Broncos game.
But
I don't
dude,
know.
if it comes down to playoff implications, Week 18 against Jacksonville, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Nah,
You already
that-
know.
But we want that. That's
Dude,
what we want, though.
I know.
They will
but
lose
dude,
that
if
game.
I-
Yeah, we will.
if
They will
we-
lose that game.
Yeah.
We
Listen,
lose.
But
will. I
we
can't
need
even
a crack at it, right?
If we
Eli?
lose to Mac Jones,
We need a crack at it, though.
Jaguars. No, I agree.
That's
with
what we
it.
got to do.
I agree with it.
We're gonna go through it together,
I agree
like
with
we
it.
always do.
Hey,
We always
fun
do.
fact.
The Colts,
Fun
man.
fact. You might have to fact check me on it. But do you know who has the longest game-winning touchdown since 2005 for a quarterback?
Anthony
Lawrence
Richardson.
drive, game-winning drive.
Yeah.
Anthony
Yeah,
Richardson.
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Last week.
Last week,
Shout out
I
to
Weeks
saw
ago.
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Shout out to
it was
that boy.
crazy.
Damn.
AR, baby.
Two ARs, ain't it? Probably him and Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, probably the two people that got the two longest.
Maybe.
Right up there.
It could probably be Rodgers.
Pretty much locked up as well too.
Eagles pretty locked up.
Eagle.
I guess the NFC North is actually more competitive
They
than.
scare me. Yeah,
the East
Eagles.
at
I'm
this
just
point.
saying, like, if you're the Eagles and Lions, you do not want to see the Rams in the early in the playoffs or in the playoffs at all.
Nah,
So
I
you
would-
don't.
No, dude, I'm fighting as hard as I can for that one seed because I really don't think I want to see any wild card team in the.
NFC.
What about
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
Steelers?
Like, I would rather probably play the Bucks or the Falcons, whoever wins that
Fucking
division.
Steelers.
Really?
I don't know. I'd still want to play the Vikings.
I think
maybe.
the Bucks.
I'm still not sold on the Vikings fully.
I think the Bucks are good.
Sam Darnold in the playoffs. Shit.
See, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't have any playoff experience.
No.
Like, you're never
He's
gonna
No.
gonna
back
he's gonna
up
start
the Niners.
dealing those picks, bro.
Yeah.
That's what scares me about the Vikings. I've never been in on Sam Darnold, but he looks damn
Haven't
good.
He
either.
looks good. They're
But that's the
playing
thing. Like, I
well.
will say, like, yeah, I don't know if I'd almost rather play the Vikings or the Seahawks or
the Seahawks.
I'd
or the
play
Bucks or the
Seahawks.
Falcons.
Shit.
I wouldn't want to play the Falcons.
I wouldn't
Honestly,
either.
I'd rather play the Bucks.
They can be really, really explosive.
Yeah,
But so can the Bucks.
I
Vikings
don't
have
want to
great
play
the
the
Bucks
Bucks.
are- I don't
The Bucks are
know.
better than the two teams you mentioned.
no Godwin.
That's
You
true. They
lock
got
up Mike
though.
Evans and pray. I don't know.
I
That's
don't
all
know.
you got to do with them, though.
It's gonna be crazy.
It is gonna be crazy.
But Lions all the way. So
Yeah,
I think it won't.
they're not losing in Detroit.
Never.
They shouldn't.
Who did they lose to? Who's the only loss they have this year?
Bucks.
The Bucks,
Yep, that's why I don't like the
Ooh.
Bucks.
healthy Bucks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the Bucks are. Didn't the Bucks also beat the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
because
Bucks have had some numbers on some good teams.
Yeah. They're good. dude.
Healthy-
I don't know.
healthy
That's a tough
Bucks.
decision
I
how
do.
to
I just
play.
I
The
like
healthy
Baker
Bucks.
too. I would
Yeah.
like to see the Bucks do well, but I also, honestly, either team that comes out of that division, like I do like Kirk as well. Like it's hard not to.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Baker in the playoffs, I think, but I do like Kirk.
Yeah, Baker in the playoffs, that would be fire.
Yeah. I don't know who I'd rather play, Bucks or Vikings.
It's just
Falcons
too hard
or-
not to say
if
the
there's-
Bucks because the
I would rather play the
Vikings.
Falcons than compared to the Bucks or Vikings
I'd agree with that.
or the Seahawks. I'd rather play the Seahawks.
I'd rather play the Seahawks.
I'd
out of
agree
all
with
of them,
that.
but it'll be tough.
I don't really
It's a
want to
good-
play.
some
The,
good
I don't want to
teams.
play the Packers, honestly.
Nah, they can
they're
keep those
they're a
guys.
solid team.
Keep
No.
those guys. And then
Yeah, it'll be
Someone
interesting.
else we're missing. We'll be-
Yeah,
Commanders.
Commanders will be in there.
them Bills, though.
Yeah, Josh Allen's crazy.
Well, that's
Yeah.
going back to AFC.
MVP.
Oh, yeah.
I think after last week they lost, right?
Barely. Yeah.
I
Dude,
think
Which
he
dude
sti-
was
I think he
stupid.
still
They
helped
went-
his case.
Did you see how they lost that game?
Yeah,
They ran a quarterback sneak with no timeouts left, with a minute like 10 left on first and goal. Didn't get it, so the clock kept ticking. Why wouldn't you throw a pass on that?
I don't. Yeah,
Because if you get it incomplete, clock
Could've
stops.
spiked
Can't
it or
remember if I
anything.
watched
They
that
wasted
game.
so much time.
that's the thing. Like I will say, like I do feel at times like offensively, McDermott will make some
Yeah,
questionable calls.
Really cold, so his brain freeze or something.
I think Josh Allen will be MVP though.
But
Come
can
on.
you really like
Yeah.
if Saquon breaks the rushing record?
I would love to see Saquon win
Nah,
it.
he's
Don't
not
get me
getting it.
wrong.
I don't think he has enough touchdowns.
I'm always going to cheer for the non-quarterback. to say.
He should have a lot
Like-
more. I saw a thing today. Which is kind of
8 or
wild
9
that
maybe?
it happens like this. He's gotten stopped at the 1 yard line
So
saw that.
many times.
11 times this year.
Yeah.
Jalen
Who are
Hurts
you
has scored
telling?
10 touchdowns off of that.
Jalen Hurts is
And he
a
didn't even
fraud.
score the other one.
No, he hasn't scored
So-
any of them.
I just think
That's
Jalen.
wild.
I
Probably
just think
Kenneth
he's a fraud.
Gainwell.
Jalen Hurts is a fraud. He can't throw. He won't throw it to his best player.
But something is going
I don't
on
think
over
he's
there.
as
Did y'all
good
see?
as-
Why are they always
Brandon
having
Graham?
some drama after they
Yeah.
win games? They always have Sirianni's getting fired after they win games.
This is that time of year where the
Players are-
Eagles start losing.
Players are beefing.
They
Well, that's
get
what
their ass
Sirianni
kicked
had to
in
go
round one.
on to the whatever whip or whatever it was, which is where
Mhm.
Brandon Graham is on in Philly.
Yeah.
He went on like the next day and like they asked him about that. They were like, "Are you worried that this could be like the same kind of implosion that you had last year?" He was kind of like, "Sure." I was like, "Fuck off." No, he's like, you guys get to see like 3-hour snippets. I see them for 7 to 8 hours every day, every week. Like, it's fine.
It's not fun. No, I understand what he's saying, but I think Jalen Hurts is. I think in a different system, he would not be anywhere near what he is right now.
Yeah.
I think if he
I kind
was
of agree.
on a different team with, I don't want to say less weapons, but I think right now he's kind of spoiled with weapons and he's not using them
Or
correctly.
throw him on the Colts, and he's nowhere near who he is.
I don't
right
hate
now.
that take.
Fuck no, absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
Ah!
No, actually, I
the
don't
Colts on
disagree
paper
with
are
that
very
at all.
sad.
Yeah.
I
Let's put that
actually
out there.
strongly disagree with that because literally his best season was with Shane Steichen as his offense
I'm
coordinator.
about to say, well, let me.
So that
yeah.
that'd be the one team where he actually would probably be
Yeah,
would be the
forgot
Colts.
about-
I was like, let me
Steichen.
chill.
Yeah.
System-wise.
I'm about to say
System-wise.
that's probably the one place he would go and thrive.
I think he would be bad with like a
Not thrive necessarily, but I think he would still
Yeah,
be a
it's good.
very good quarterback.
yeah.
All right, that was a bad example.
Yeah,
you got me.
that
You
was-
got me. I forgot about Steichen.
It was
because
literally just the one team probably
Yeah.
that it would that it worked out
Yeah.
that way.
anywhere else.
A lot of teams. We just talked about how many like the
That's
duos
true,
and
but
receivers are.
fuck,
Like
they
teams
got-
have good
They got
weapons.
7 Pro Bowlers on offense. They probably got more than that, but
Not this year. All of them.
I mean, if they weren't
this is
hurt,
why I was calling them a Super Bowl contender before the season.
if
And
they're
you call
not
me
hurt,
crazy.
But then
on
see,
paper,
but
they're
then-
ridiculous.
But then this shit happens.
I know,
It
I know.
starts
no, on
to-
paper they're.
But I
nuts.
knew that too when I was saying it. And
Yeah,
Jahan Dotson,
But going back to
God,
Saquon too.
stop.
he wasn't in the picture.
Going back to Saquon, you got to think you have an extra game to break that rushing record.
Yeah, I was gonna
'Cause
say
back
that.
then it was only 16 games. Now you're playing 17.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
fine. I don't discredit that though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't either, but I mean,
Nah.
it does obviously help them. If
You don't-
you're-
don't bump
you
him
were
in the
running the
MVP
ball more
race.
back then, probably too. Like, weren't
Maybe.
passing as much. Like it's
Maybe
like
Yeah,
think
I
about
don't-
think about how many yards also Saquon has receiving as well too though.
facts.
To go in with that as well. Like
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. Like one game is.
plus what's the stat? Is it him
Um,
like it's not I don't think it's after contact. I think it's like maybe like second half rushing or something like that, but it's I think he's like third in rushing yards in the NFL with just his second
What's
half
Derrick
yards.
Henry?
He's second. It's
Oh,
the only
okay.
guy that is above him.
They're
Wait,
saying
He's
their second half yards
Like,
compared
him
to the rest of
rushing-
the league's total.
Yes, him rushing in the second half. I think
Wow.
it's either second half or like yards after contact. I forget, but it's something wild.
So it's Derrick Henry and then.
Well, it's Saquon, then it's Derrick
I mean,
Henry, then
Saquon,
it's
Derrick.
Saquon in the second half of games.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Right.
Or Saquon after yards after contact,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
after
yeah.
first.
So he
I
did
don't-
have
I
that
don't remember
one
which
game where he probably had 200 in the second half
Yeah.
of that 256 or whatever it was.
That shit was nuts.
But that is also like I will say it's going to be interesting. Not even the MVP race because I guess if you want to say it's quarterback's award and Josh Allen wins it, but the Offensive Player of the Year award could be interesting too between him and Jamar.
Yeah,
Because like Jamar's having a
Jamar
crazy
or
year too.
Saquon.
Jamar's got
Mhm.
1,300
Dude, that'd be
yards,
crazy if
15
Saquon, like,
touchdowns.
got screwed out of both those awards.
Yeah, that'll
Having
be
the season
fun.
that
Hey, getting tackled on the one every time. Jalen Hurts.
yeah,
QB sneak.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Push, push.
QB, they about to QB sneak him. He gonna get bitched out of 2 awards he should get, really. But
Shit, the
Man.
way Jamar's going, he could damn near have 2 touchdowns in every game at the end of the season record.
that'll be big.
Wasn't he 23? Is it 23?
I think it's
Cool.
23.
Yeah,
Who,
so
Randy
he's-
Moss's record?
Yeah, I think he's at
Yeah.
23. So that'd be so yeah, he's at 15. So if he scored 2, it's there at 13 games.
Each
So
game, yeah.
tied up, that'd be wild.
I didn't even think about that even being. That's always kind of one record that
Yeah,
I don't
23.
know. Just Tom Brady and Randy Moss that year were just unreal.
That bro,
Like,
that
I
was
don't-
some of the best football.
It's-
I've
it's-
seen.
Yeah,
That was
for
the
real,
best
it
football
was.
I've ever watched.
That was a cheat code. It was unfair.
I honestly would want to go. I need to go back and like watch some of the games and see like how many times Brady just walks to the line. I'm just like, looks at the matchup and is like, "All right, fuck this. Hold on."
Was there FanDuel back then? Because God, I
No, it
promise
wasn't.
people would be
Just
rich.
Private bookies.
Yeah, be
you had to
rich.
get-
Man, I would have been putting stupid 25 lit.
What?
What? 25? Are you?
And Moss
Yeah.
that year, and Welker.
Bro,
They had all
what?
Patriots. Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit.
won it.
Outta
He
here.
almost
Who
won
else
the
was
year.
in there?
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, that's because like I
Jerome
saw
Bettis.
the reason I said it is I saw a stat that was like
Boom.
that if you have Jamar Chase in fantasy this year, there's like a 50.6%
Oh
chance
my
that you
God,
finish first
man.
or second in your standings.
But I think we need to switch it to hoops here.
Yeah, we can
Give
go
it
ahead.
the
Real
time.
slight.
We got
That basketball. We got some basketball playing.
NBA Cup.
NBA Cup is turning
NBA
up a
Cup
little
season.
bit. Yep.
Bucks
Shout out-
look good. They look
Yes,
like they really
sir.
want.
Yes, sir.
They look a lot better.
They look better.
Damian Lillard's
They
They
look
look better.
terrible in the
basketball.
first half of
They
basketball.
do look
Oh, yeah.
they do look better.
Second
No,
half, they
there's-
look way better than most teams, but first half.
I mean, really, it's at this point. I think everyone knows the Bucks are a good team. It's just is Giannis going to be healthy in the playoffs? Like
Mhm.
that's really what it's kind of been since they won the championship. Like he's gotten hurt every year in the first round. It feels like.
I can't put it all on Giannis because I mean Chris Middleton. I think he's also a big fraud in the NBA. I don't see.
Really?
I don't see nothing about
I
Chris
think he's
Middleton.
underrated.
I do too.
How?
I think
With
he's
what
so
though? Like,
good.
what is he good at to y'all?
Dude,
Other
he's
than-
put up multiple
Bro,
like
he's a
30-point
bucket.
games and
I
shit.
think he's
when
perfectly rated. I like him. I'm not like saying he's overrated or underrated. I mean, he was an
I'd
all-star.
agree. I'd probably agree with
He's
you.
one of those guys where
That's-
you could give the ball last shot, last second of the game.
Right.
Like he's that type of guy.
How many times did he do it to the fucking Pacers?
I got it
Dude,
all on
fuck.
film, bro.
Dude, he hit like
I
2
got
or
it
3 to
all.
Who's Chris Middleton? I feel like he's old as shit.
Well, it's because
Yeah,
he also
he's-
looks like he's sleepy as fuck. all
Yeah,
the
his
time.
eyes don't help anything about
He's
him.
got that.
Yeah.
He's got that T-Mac syndrome.
No,
Honestly, it's like
That's
T-Mac
sleepy.
and Taj Gibson. Like,
yeah.
Hey, he might be slow and
He's
shit, but
33.
he's 33.
Shout out Bird. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The Great White Hope.
Nah, see, that's taxing. He's 33.
Girl, I mean, Dame's up there too.
That's
Age.
Damian Lillard. It's a
Lopez up
different
there.
level.
Yeah.
Shit,
different
Bobby
level.
P's probably getting up there.
He can see the future. He's all right. His eyes, they got some fucked up eyes over there in Buckeyes. Boy, them Bucks, they call them the Buckeyes. Shit, they got some
Milwaukee
crazy
Buckeyes.
eyes
Oh,
over
dude.
there.
Bobby
Okay.
Portis.
Bobby Portis
Oh,
about to pop out
man.
his brain.
Yeah.
What
I
about
will-
what about all these trade rumors going on in the NBA?
Jimmy Butler, out
Brandon
there.
Ingram.
Where should he go?
I don't know, but
Where do you think he will go?
They saying between him and Brandon Ingram, they'll trade for each other. Really, also to the Pelicans or.
Fuck, dude.
They
The
were
Pelicans
listing
make
teams
so
for-
many trades and it never does.
I just
shit
feel
for
like
them.
that
Yeah.
that trade would be the exact same trade to me. I feel like you wouldn't really gain or lose anything with that. I think they're the same player. They had the same injuries, like they same like the injury frequency at least. Like I think they're both kind of prone to it. So
Yeah, I don't think you're really improving.
yeah, I
much.
just think it'll just be a
The only difference
Jimmy
is that
Butler
you know
right now.
you got playoff Jimmy coming
Right.
in the playoffs.
You
Like
do
that's
know.
like the.
we gotta stop.
But
We got
shit,
that's
you gotta
overrated.
make it to the playoffs.
That's overrated.
It's not really overrated.
The
I
three
think
teams
it's
I
not.
saw
It's
was
not
I
overrated.
think it's
bro.
overrated.
what?
He took 8 seed Heat to the finals by himself, essentially.
It's not like he's not like this like superhuman people make him out to be. Like,
Yeah.
oh, play up Jimmy is unstoppable.
That's
but
what
like,
it seems like.
but like there
It
is
could
a
be.
crazy.
there is a
Oh.
huge noticeable difference
Yes.
between the two of them.
The
Yeah.
three teams I saw for him today was Dallas, Golden State,
And-
and Houston.
Yeah.
For who, Jimmy?
I also saw
Jimmy Butler.
I also
Or he
saw
went to Dallas.
That'll
That'd
be-
be interesting though.
I saw Phoenix
Mm.
too.
I feel like Jimmy Butler.
But
Needs,
where-
he's not
wait.
off the ball player. Like you don't want him to handle the ball on your team if you got guys like Luka or Kyrie or whatever it is. But he's almost like a ball in hand, ball dominant type of player.
But who
When
do
he's
the-
hooping
but
like
think
that.
about
I
how
would
much
do this-
defensively he would.
I
Yeah.
was just about to say,
But
to
yeah,
an
yeah.
extent, I wouldn't have him be
That's true.
necessarily have the ball in his hands. That's on offense. He can have the ball in his hands on defense, go guard the ball, and
Oh,
then go get
yeah.
a steal, and then
Yeah.
go coast to coast.
Because you know Luca is not doing
Yeah,
that.
go guard the
You know
ball and go
Kyrie's
get his
not
steal
doing
and
that.
but
score.
like
I feel you on defense.
Now
who
you
are
got the
you?
ball in
Who are
his
the
hands.
Mavs giving up?
Yeah, I was about to say PJ Washington.
No,
It's
it all
just a weird-
Because
depends.
honestly,
Derek
I will
Teams,
say
though.
I will say also like, are you going to be running a lineup that's
Before-
Luca, Kyrie, Clay, Jimmy, and then Lively or
Lively.
Gafford? Like that's kind of a wild lineup.
What you gotta think?
Like,
I
are
mean,
you
the
picking? Are you
Warriors
putting
are-
Clay as sixth man at that
I'd
point?
almost
And
put him with the
then
Warriors.
they've already experimented with. on
And
the
I
bench a
think that
little
really
bit.
doesn't matter, especially with them. I mean, Luka's gonna get a triple double more than likely
Yeah.
anyway. So
I think the Warriors, honestly, in my head, make the most sense. You
For
flip
sure.
Kuminga some picks for him. he fits that timeline a little bit more with Curry trying to win now with it.
Yeah.
That's still such a wild move to me because I think Kuminga's he's a project. He's going to be like the future. Like,
I just think that he's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
he's
another
been
Jimmy
ass so
Butler.
far this
I
year.
get that, but like I can just see it like from him. Like I don't know.
I think he's a
the eye
what
test. Is
I think
there.
he's what Jimmy Butler is now. Like that's what he strives to be is a
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. I
He's the
think.
young Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
like,
they're
on the
getting
Bulls.
they're getting what they want out
But
of
yeah.
Kuminga right now to Jimmy Butler. I think
But at some
that's
point,
true.
you also got to, kind of look and say like, hey, look, are we going for it with Steph one more time, or are we just going to kind of
That's true.
let this go? Like if you're going in, if you're going for Jimmy, like you're going to try and win.
What if they get
Yeah.
LeBron?
Yeah, I saw that.
I want
too.
LeBron to do something else. I want him to get out of LA. So
I would
bad.
actually be upset if he like
That-
mid-season.
that
got
would
traded to
be-
a
That would be
different team.
That
so
would be
no.
dope.
That would be
That would-
The
so
goat,
sick.
the different team
That'd be so
mid-season?
sick.
Like what?
But that'd be sick. That
He
city
did already
would turn
play
up.
his minutes with Bronny. That's checked.
Oh,
off
they
the list.
said Bronny's getting traded with him.
Really?
Man, I
Yeah.
think that's so lame.
That is.
He's
lame.
right here
So
holding
lame.
hands.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, son. Let's
Okay,
go.
Dad.
Did you see AD fucking give him the
Come on,
treatment on the
Dad.
bench?
Bro,
He was walking over the other night in bronze and street clothes, and Bronny sitting next to him, and AD is fucking told him to get the
It's,
fuck
just,
up.
it's
So watch
so
out, bro.
unfortunate for Bronny because that happens to every single rookie, like every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
like
but you
he's
just,
caught
like-
on camera. And
Yeah.
his dad's
But
making
you
fun of him.
know,
Right there.
AD was just doing that to be a dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Speaking
the
of
funniest
speaking
part
of
about
AD,
it.
this is way off topic, but I'll tie it back in though. So we all saw unfortunate events of the guy CEO. He got shot by the.
United Healthcare.
Yeah, I saw the guy. Right? They
Yeah.
said he had his
Luigi.
face mask. So at
I
first,
know what you're gonna say.
at first,
You thought the brow.
there was only could be two people that could be mentioned in this line of fire because it's the first thing we saw was the little ski mask and he had his brows and shit. So I'm like, shit, it could be either whatever his name is or Anthony Davis.
Well, he's not 7
I'm
foot
glad-
tall.
I'm
I'm
so
glad
about to
just
it's
the
not-
other
say,
guy.
bro, like that's the easiest thing to look at.
I was like,
If-
he should have shaved that shit off. Really, I'd give away.
I don't care
Honestly.
how like anything. If you're trying to assassinate someone, and you're 7 foot. You're fucked.
Oh, you're
getting
cooked.
got.
Yeah, you're cooked. Yeah, you're
There
cooked.
is no
Yeah,
shot.
you're
Like,
cooked. But I think they played the
if
Knicks
you're a
that day.
good police officer, the first thing you're saying is,
He's got an alibi.
Bring it back to basketball.
He had an alibi.
I think he played the Knicks that day. So I think,
Madison
he
Square
was still
Garden.
in the parade. We was still not far, but them brows sure enough sparked. I said, "Oh shit, AD." Nah, my fault.
That's a
But nah, that
wild
was just off
conspiracy.
topic. Yeah, just wild conspiracy. Shout out to the brow
Brow.
bandit.
He
Yeah,
said
brow bandits. Bandits. So
But no,
Yeah.
definitely there's some interesting traders. I know, like obviously, there's a lot of people like a lot of teams are trying to just sell at this point too.
Mhm.
Like it's gonna be. I know the Blazers are trying to get rid of basically everybody.
Every
outside.
Henderson, he gotta go.
Poop.
He's one of their young guys though.
Nah, Pooh Henderson.
Grant's gone. What else? They got Aiton.
Okay.
He's kind of young though.
Yeah, Aiton might stick around. I know Robert Williams. They're shopping him.
I was shocked. I was shocked. DeAndre Ayton.
Ugly squad to kind of like build around and shop
Yeah.
around with. Right
Yeah.
now.
He need to go ahead and make a Seattle Supersonics.
I
again.
think also a lot of
Yeah.
people are also trying to speculate that LaMelo getting traded,
Mm.
and I just don't see
Why?
that happening.
Him
That's
and
what I'm
Brandon
saying.
Miller have
He's-
been going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I like
doubt
don't
it.
get why anyone
Jordan's
would
not letting
even.
that happen. Well, he doesn't own it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't own him.
I saw rumors of Lamelo like potentially like going to the Spurs, helping out Wemby, which
That would be nasty.
That
That
would
would
be
be so
disgusting.
crazy.
honestly.
I don't know if it would like work
Yes.
Yes, it would.
That's
Perfectly
tough, bro.
mesh.
like
Yes.
championship contender work is
Not
what
the-
I'm thinking.
not
So
Not
you're
them.
gonna be a playoff
Not
team.
if they got
That's
one
a
more
dynasty.
other.
That's a
young,
dynasty.
yeah.
If
Not-
they got one more
Not
other,
this year, but yeah, that's
one more other person. Yes.
Because Chris Paul's been great for
If-
Wemby so far.
If they could somehow pull off.
yeah. I mean, it's not been, but like, and that's the
Right.
thing. It's a good veteran leadership and stuff like that. But like, yeah, it's
Yeah. Point guard.
They would be nasty.
If they could
just
get like,
number
if they
two all
could,
time on assists.
if they
Yeah.
could sell
Shout out CP3.
sell this year and get Cooper Flag.
God.
Yes. Sell this year, get Cooper Flag, trade for LaMelo
See,
Ball.
that would be
Put
nice.
me at GM, man. Fuck it. Come on.
Popovich comes back.
What? He come back healthy? I would go get Nick Saban and have him run defense on these.
Bill Belichick's an
Yeah,
assistant
dude.
coach.
Dude, honestly, like, Honestly,
Just
though,
have a
even
goat
if it
squad.
was Cooper Flag or Dylan Harper could be nasty next to Wemby too.
Yeah, Ace Bailey. They got
Bring Nick Saban back.
Nick Saban run defense, man.
Okay.
Pick and roll crazy on defense.
Bro, what
That'd be fire.
just form like a god squad of coaches.
Alliance of just defense and just problems for everybody.
Pete Carroll comes back to
What?
that college. Just gets all the
Yeah,
guys.
just a bunch of old farts out there having the ball.
Vrabel. Vrabel's like, nah, I don't want a head coaching job. I'm gonna be a linebacker.
We'll go kick you with these old fucks. Yeah.
Tom Coughlin comes out of nowhere.
That bingo
Only
game
guy
would
to
be
ever beat me. I
crazy.
respect the hell out of him.
That bingo game would be crazy. Silly ass bingo. Come on now.
Oh,
TARHEELS. Let's go. Tar Heels.
All right. We got a little bit time left
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
so that's a good
Yeah.
transition. We got to speak a little bit on college hoops. I know we were kind of talking about
Oh,
some
yeah.
prospects there.
UConn sucks.
Last time we talked, we were talking big on Kansas, and then they lost twice since we
two
last talked.
straight.
Straight.
UConn sucks. Kansas sucks.
UConn's coming back.
UConn's making some.
No, I
noise
know.
back.
I'm just bullshitting, but I mean,
But
they'll be okay.
it's
I don't-
weird. I mean, the SEC is crazy good right
Arkansas
now. What do they
is.
have?
5 teams in the top 10,
5
9 in the top 25, and Arkansas is not even one of them.
Yeah,
But
they're
they just
good,
beat
though.
Michigan last night.
Wow.
I don't care about the Michigan basketball team. Like, yeah, whatever. Who gives a flying fuck? But
The SEC, a basketball conference.
whatever. I'm not a hater on them. But
No, but BYU might be a basketball school now.
oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Igor
Jay.
Dimon has been a dog this
I'm
year,
mad he
and
went
then
there, but I know why.
Devanza-
Yeah, I know why he went there, but I'm mad he went.
Me too.
He's from there, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like somebody from here going to IU.
Just imagine
nice.
Just imagine if Igor stayed. Igor Dimon. I know he's like a top 5 pick projected, so I highly
Yeah.
doubt he would stay, but
Wow.
Yeah.
it'd be nasty.
Yeah, it'd be a fun fucking year. But yeah, there'll be I think I was watching Miami play. Tennessee's looking really good right now. They're number
Tennessee
one right
does
now.
look good.
They played Tennessee the other night.
Wow.
Tennessee is they're looking good. They got that. They play like small ballish. They don't have they got a one big, but he's not really they don't play him a lot. They play that one kid. Get his name right now, but I have to fact check it soon. But
You talking about Jazz?
Well, did y'all see?
like 11 or 12, I gotta find it.
Did y'all see since I think it was like
He's
2005 or 2006, the top 12 from the week 6
Week
AP
6,
poll have
mhm.
been one of the champions.
Part- yeah.
So one of the top 12, according to that, is going to win it all this year. Whoever's in the top 12 right now, one of those teams are going to win it. That's how it's been since. So whatever.
Hmm.
Do you remember what year it's been since?
Check
I
those.
think it was 05.
05.
Maybe
Yeah, Dunlegs.
somewhere.
I honestly, I don't know. I kind of just feel
Put
like
some futures on the team.
Nah, we're about to though. We're gonna make that chop tonight. We're gonna make that chop tonight. No, I was
Duke
oh
looks good.
Dude, it just feels like a Duke
his
year for some reason.
know.
I don't know why, but it just feels like one of those years where Duke's just gonna win.
Which
Which
Shire hasn't had a run since
No.
he's been coached. At Duke.
no,
So he's
No,
due
he's-
for
Yeah.
It might be
I think
Duke's
I think the
year.
last time Duke really made the run was when they lost to UNC, Coach K's last year.
Yeah.
That was
okay. So we got title contenders
crazy.
right
It's been a
now.
couple
Top
years.
12.
Yeah.
I don't know the order, but we're going Purdue, Gonzaga, Kentucky, Oregon, Florida, Duke, Tennessee. I think I said Duke already. Kansas, Alabama, Iowa State, Auburn, and Marquette.
I was saying Marquette have been kind of surprising this year, but they're good.
Mhm.
Marquette
They're
is good. I
solid.
like Marquette. Out of these, I'm gonna go Marquette and Tennessee. Bro.
Dude,
Tyler Kolek, but that's who you're.
No,
Cam.
Cam.
What's
He's still
his
there?
Yeah, he's still there. He's there. That's why they're good. What the fuck
they
is
got the
it?
same backcourt
Cam
as last
Jones.
year.
Cam Jones.
Yeah.
Cam Jones. Cam
That can
Jones.
win you
Mm-hmm.
a championship.
Yeah, they
in
got a
college.
decent squad.
That's
Oh,
what makes a
backcourt. I
run.
think, especially right now, I think backcourt is essential.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah, if
usually
you
the
got-
teams you see making a
yeah,
run.
if you got a front court, okay, but they're gonna have to run the floor at some point.
Mhm.
Yeah, the backcourt that's essential right now. Get good
I can see
backcourt.
Kansas getting beat now that we've seen them. It's crazy because last time we talked, it was they look dominant, but now I see them lose, and like they do rely on Hunter Dickinson so much that like
Mhm.
I can see them getting upset in the tournament.
All right.
Yeah, but that was a good little episode there. Got all 4 major ones in.
Yep.
You got a lot of
Got next week.
college football playoff, NFL playoffs
Mhm.
coming into play. NBA is going to keep riling up.
Keep
see who wins
riling.
the NBA Cup.
Yeah,
and
that'll be the final game is next week, right? Next Tuesday or something.
I believe
I don't
I
so.
think it's
They go to
semifinals
Vegas
next week. I thought.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
go
it
to
might be
Vegas,
week
I
by
think.
week.
I thought it
I
was
think
this
it's after
weekend.
weekend.
I think
Or
they
is it
go this
Oh,
weekend.
it might be
I think they
Might
go
be
this weekend and then they finish it off
on Tuesday,
Tuesday or
Wednesday.
Wednesday or something like that.
But that'll be lit to see.
Mhm.
So you'll
You're right.
catch us after that next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's get it.
Also, shout out Juan Soto. Get your bag.
Man, we didn't even talk about Juan's ass.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
He got a fucking
Oh,
$1 billion.
and